welcome back. This is the Kingtif Network. We are back again at the Boss Code podcasting studio. I appreciate everybody for listening. Subscribe, like, and follow, of course. But we have a legend in the building right now. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've been waiting on this one for a while. I actually posted about this, that I've been waiting on this one for a while. So we finally made it happen. I have award-winning podcast, radio, personality.
All that.
Just Crisis in the building. How we doing, man?
What's up, man? I don't know which camera to look at, but
man, this is yours, but that's the
that's
for
ours.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, what's up, man?
Man, I'm good.
Thanks for having me.
Boom, like
know?
that. That means we started.
Yeah, you know. All right, so before we get started, I don't want people to look at my shirt and see it stain on here and think it's anything crazy. It's not. I had a candle and I got a candle stain on my shirt. It's a fresh T-shirt. So for anybody watching this, don't be like, "Oh, what you got on this shirt? He nasty." No, that ain't the case, bro. It's a candle. Yeah.
Boom. And the candles are right here.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
to what's the girls?
I'm gonna deeply apologize to her right now because I don't know the official name of it, but I'm assuming it's called JL. Her name is Charlie. So Charlie, yep, Charlie Moten. That's my dog.
Shout out to her. She dropped them off to you and everything while you was here.
Yep.
So we've been here for a little minute, but you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I want to get into the full story of Crisis and how you become who you are.
Okay.
But first, I want to ask, how are you today?
I'm good, man. It's a busy day. I have a huge day. Like it's. I'm working. I'm working, man. I'm working extremely well and hard, and all the blessings has been styled upon me. So I'm good.
That
you know
part.
What I'm saying? I'm good.
Okay. Then I want to go into what you're doing right now, real quick. You're touring with Ohio Entertainment World.
Facts.
Their tour. How is that? How is that?
It just started. The first day is today.
Yeah, that's why I want to say that.
We are in Youngstown, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's cool though, man. I've been since COVID really kind of the outside, once the outside opened back up, I kind of been like really just trying to kick ass as much as possible.
And you have.
I've been really just trying to make sure, like, of course I take all safety precautionary acts, but within the process of all that, I've been like making sure that I get out here and make as much as count as possible, So it's amazing though, bro. Everybody who's been open to welcome me with open arms with my craft, it's fire.
So you're hot. You're hot right now as a host, as a radio personality. You are the guy.
Yeah, I would like to think that. I would like to think
in
that.
the city, outside the city, you are getting those calls.
Absolutely.
So let's go all the way back.
Okay.
All right. When you wasn't getting no bookings, when you didn't even think, where did you even get the idea to become a radio personality, host, and just take over like this?
Well, it's two different sides. It's two different sides of the coin. So with hosting, we gonna be here for some time. So I got all my friends are older than me, and they all was like doing other adventures and whatever. But my homies, they were promoters. They were party promoters. Like one ran a club, the other one was like he was a college student, he was a Kappa, so they were doing parties all the time. And
What year was this?
This was like 2006. I was 16 years old, so I couldn't even get in the clubs yet.
Yeah.
So but I was cool with the homies, so I used to always be on the scene. Like, so whenever they go out promote, I'm always outside promoting with them. Like at the end of I can't get in the club, but at the end of the club, I'm outside to the point I end up getting in real good with the security guards to the point they like, man, just get here at 8. If you can get here at 8 and just go in the VIP room and just sit in there until the club start, we'll let you be in there. But don't worry. Like, yeah, bro, got to a point where I was like, I got in good with everybody from the security guards to when they were doing different events. Like, I pull up, just chill outside and talk to them. Like, yeah. So I ended up getting in and just chilling or whatever. I was 16 turning 17 when it first started. It was about to be my 18th birthday. And I wanted to do a party for my senior year. And I was like, yo, let me just I want to do a party. I was like, I want to do an end of the year for school, for high school, like I want to do a prom party. You know what I'm saying? Like, cuz I didn't want to go to prom. So I'm like, let me just do this. And then my big homie was like, man, if you can get X amount of pre-sale tickets sold before this date, then we'll let it rock. I over exceeded the amount I think they told me they wanted me to sell like 100 pre-sale tickets. I messed around and sold like 300 pre-sale tickets by myself. So
for your first event,
but you gotta remember though, like I'm always around
already,
so I know what moves to make. I'm taking these approaches and I'm just doing it with high school. So I'm not just
trying it.
Yeah, I'm not just going to my school. I'm not just dealing with my high school. I'm going to all the schools around Akron. Now, not only Akron, like now I'm going to Canton. Now I'm going to all these other schools all around Ohio, and I'm promoting like it's a college party. Because that's all I know. You know, I see the homies go on different campuses, putting flyers on cars. I see how they doing it. So, over exceed the amount, whatever. So, we end up having a night or whatever. They book everything out for me. They tell me, well, so they like, well, who gonna talk on the microphone? So I'm like, you, bro, like, cause that big homie was always on the microphone. I'm like, you. And he like, bro, I'm not talking on the microphone with no kids. Like, bro, you better talk on the mic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. And he's like, bro, if you don't talk on the microphone, I'm gonna beat your ass. That was basically it. Like, if you don't talk on this mic, we gonna jump you. So,
what?
Get on the mic. So then I ended up doing that, and ever since then, like, I've been.
So have you always been this personality, just be out here saying,
yeah, absolutely,
what's up to everybody? Not loud in a bad way, but just being able to be seen.
Yeah, I always was this person. Like, I always was the guy who if I was to get in a fight with somebody, they'd be like, you got in a fight with Crisis? Like, that, like, what? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I always was that guy. Like, I always made sure I'm well versed with everybody. I'm cool with everybody. I know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good person. I'm a solid dude at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So
I agree. So your first show, boom, you knocked that out. When did you know you wanted to start doing this thing? Or how did the hosting go though? Like, how was you on the mic? How did you feel? Was it comfortable naturally?
It was cool. Because
now you a goat at it. You got tricks and
yeah, man. Because like, all right, so I used to rap a long time ago. You know
what?
Yeah, bro. I used to rap a long time ago. So I always had stage presence. I always knew how to control a crowd in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, from talent shows when I was a kid to dance contests when I was a kid to when I started rapping or whatever, I always knew what to say to control the crowd. So, and then I take on from watching the homies hosting, like Terrence J from Z88 when he used to be at Z88, or like Tropicana when she used to be doing her thing, and like older people were really like, I used to just watch them, and I was just like, okay, cool. Like, one thing about me, if it's something that I want to do, I'm always going to study the greats. I'm always going to study somebody who really doing it, and I'm going to try my hardest to be like, okay, I see what works for that person. I see what don't work for this person. All right, let me try it this way and put my own twang to it and try to, you know what I'm saying, make it the best for me.
So that was 07.
06, 07, yeah. Yeah, 07, like 07. Bro.
So
yeah.
Where did you go from there?
Well, after that, This was like the summer of 2007.
You were graduating.
I was graduating, so I'm in these clubs now. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my club stuff now. I believe 08 was the first year. It was Obama's first term, if I'm not mistaken. Was that his first term? 08 was Obama's first term?
08 because then 12.
Okay. Yeah. So 08 was his first term. Now I'm 18 years old. This is the first party I've done with, like, I'm on the flyer to host. So like, it was like every state. I remember it was like every state that Obama wins, you get a free shot. The whole club get a free shot for every state that Obama wins. So we watching the polls, we watching everything in the club, and once he announced that he won, I remember, like, I was talking and I said something along the lines like, yo, like, I can't remember what all I said, but it was along the lines of saying something like, my president is black, and then we played My President is Black, and it went crazy, and then the police came in and shut it down. Yeah, like, completely. What? But that was when I knew, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Like, I don't know how this is gonna be my career. I don't know how this is gonna be, how I'm gonna get paid for it. Yeah. I don't care, but this is what I want to do. I want to make sure that I am consistently the guy that is in these clubs doing this. I want to be sure that I'm the guy doing that. So, Yeah, that's where it started, bro. In 08, like my first my Obama inauguration party, or I think that was what it was called, but that was my first like official party that made me be like, yeah, I'm in that bag. I'm in this. This is what I want to do with that.
I think people don't understand the hustle you've been on there.
Man, bro,
because you hot now. So when people see you, they're like, oh, not where he come from, but oh, he been doing this, but he ain't been really doing this that long. He the hottest. You 08.
Oh no, they know. Like it ain't no way they can't say he don't know. Like
shit, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, all right, that's respectful.
Like I'm young though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I've left 4 years. Mm-hmm. So like people coming back, new people popping in. It's like, who is this dude? But this is 08 started. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The grind. How has that been for you? How is that? I know it's been ups and downs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. You deal with the most, man. You deal with people who feel like, see, you come into the game when you get with people who was doing stuff when you first started, so they're trying to get you the when you first started price. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I remember when you was doing this for $50 free. You know what I'm saying? You was only doing this for gas money, bro, and you talking about you on $150, like, bro, I ain't giving you that, like, and that's not my price now. For like, that's not the price. But like, people would be like, I ain't giving you, bro. Come on, bro, work with me, and I just be like, I came from doing events. I came from doing events where, like, learning, like, okay, cool. It's not cool to do the hole in the wall spots. Why? Because it's only one way in, one way out, and chances of a fight breaking out in here, it is highly high. It's a high factor. It's gonna happen. And what can you do to protect yourself in this situation? Mm-hmm. Like, is it worth it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and it's a lot of steps I have taken, like, where I wish I would have been smart. I wish I was smart enough not to, like, okay, cool, maybe I shouldn't take this route. Like, I didn't have like the super cool, like, the in crowd people. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. I had the homies who was doing parties. I had somebody who was on campus, but by the time I turned 18, he was out of school. Mm-hmm. My big homie was 30 something. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So he not really informed with with the end. You know what I'm saying? So everything I had to like really get out the mud. I got out the mud myself. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to figure it out, and that was like bad parties to like need people trying to like finesse. It's a good party, so you should just do it for free because it's a lit party. So just hop on it like, oh yeah, you know this the hottest artist of this time is gonna be at this party, so you know you might as well do it because it's gonna look good for your brand. But then you sit back and be like, yo, I seen y'all charge people $50 minimum to get in here, and it's about 350 people in here. That's not including VIPs. That's not including y'all bar. That's not including nothing else. Like, how? Wait a minute. Like,
why is my cost the cost that's being cut?
Come on. And then it comes to a point where, like, I had to realize, like, yo, like, if they calling you, they want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not calling them for the opportunity, they calling you. Yeah. So it took a lot of that, and that's been my foundation since like 2010 to now. Like, bro,
that's when you feel like you really took that stance.
No. I think I really just started taking that stance, bro.
Like post pandemic,
like, or
right before,
like 2019, 2020 is when I really like start. Like telling people like, nah, I can't do it, bro.
And I think the respect level went up there
too. Absolutely.
And the quality of what you were doing.
Another point. Yes, sir. Definitely. It was definitely times where people was like, oh no, you like, no, don't even call Crisis because Crisis is gonna charge too much. Like, it was already like, I already had that established. And I'm like, as long as you know what I'm saying? Like, when you pick up the phone to call me, it's not always about the money. You feel me? It ain't about the bread. You feel me? Like, pay my worth. Pay my worth. You know what I'm worth. And I don't want to be the guy to toot my own horn, but I feel like it's a lot like that. It's like I talk to the homie Andrew Lloyd all the time.
Shout out to the bro.
And these are the conversations we have. And his thing he always tell me is, bro, you don't brag enough. Like, you don't boast enough. You don't talk your shit enough. Like, you do what you're supposed to do, but you like really one of the best to do it. But you don't get out here and you don't tell people that. You don't get on the scene and make it be known. And I was just like, I don't really feel the need to. Like, I don't want to do that. But like, I see how this industry is, and it is based upon what you showing them, like the image you are pertaining to yourself. People don't know that I really just chill. I don't really be caring. It take a little process for me to go out and really turn up. People don't know that. But I gotta get in that bag where I gotta be like, oh yeah, the hardest man out here to do this. You ain't nobody like who always want to do that.
Right.
But I get it
Narcissists.
though. Yeah, bro. So
they love to do that.
So now it's to a point where like I get it. Like I get it 100%. That's what it is. That like of this game, it is a brag and boasting game. I get that 100% now. So I'm just trying to figure out ways to do it, but still be myself with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So live shows is an aspect of hosting and doing this media thing.
Yeah.
When did the actual radio hosting come into play?
So I always talk. Always had a good conversation. Always was hip to what was on the scene as far as music or whatever the case may be. You know how like when people like funny, they be like, bro, you funny as hell. You should be a comedian. Like people always be like, you should do radio. You know what I'm saying? But I never took it serious. And then one day my mom, she called me. She was just like, yo, you heard about this school, Ohio Center for Broadcasting? I'm like, nah. She's like, yeah, it's a school for radio. Like you should try to see what it's about. And I'm like, all right, I don't know. I'll see. She's like, well, I'm gonna just give you the number. And you can put it, just here go the number, call it whenever, you know what I'm saying? Just call it and see and get some information on it. So at the time, I was knee deep in statutes of limitations. I was out here, like I was in the field, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
you had run-ins with the law crisis?
I did. I'm about to explain what happened. So boom, I was on the scene or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you know when you get that, you know when something happened and you be like, every little thing keep happening to kind of tell you not to do what you about to do.
Absolutely.
So like that kept happening. So like I'm talking about like somebody called me. I was about to go handle my business or whatever, and as I was about to leave, I locked my keys in the door. Like, I locked my keys in the house.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. Then the second thing was like I ended up like having my bro come pick me up, and I used his car and caught a flat.
Wow.
On my way there. And then like as I pull up, like I see police. Like I see like 2 or 3 cars. We on campus. I see like 2 or 3 cars. And then I'm like, all right, they ain't worried about me. And as I'm like pulling up to park, I see the police car coming around, and I'm just thinking he about to like go past, and he pulled up in front of my car and hit the lights. And I'm like, oh, and you know you gotta have that moment where you talk to God, Lord, if you get me out of this, I swear I won't never touch a booty again. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, like if you get me out of this situation, I will cold turkey this shit, and I never look at this shit again. And I'll figure this out if you just get me out of this situation. Because what I was looking like, I knew it was gonna be bad. Like I knew it was gonna be bad. And the police officer got out the car. He came to us. He asked for my license. I didn't even have my license at the time.
Wow. So he was riding
super dirty, bro. So I don't got it. I literally was just coming up here to come pick up my sister. She got the license. She in the house. She coming out. She driving. I'm like, this ain't even my car. This is my cousin's car. I'm just giving him so many stories. Just trying to get up out of it. And he like, all right, look, man, well, if your sister on her way out, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna sit here and wait for you. I'm gonna wait for her.
Shit.
If she can come out in the next like 5 minutes, then I'll let you drive. So I call homegirl. I'm like, look, come outside, bring your license, and you're gonna have to drop me off at the crib. You feel me? And she came out, showed him her license. He asked how he was related. She said she was my little sister. He let us go, wrote me a ticket. That was it. And I literally didn't look back to the point when she got in the car. I gave her the weed. I gave her everything. Like, oh, here, just take. I'm like, you good? Don't even worry about it. Like, and completely cold turkey, bro. Never looked back into that lifestyle. Now, have I had times where I was like, damn, times is hard. I wish I know who I could call, or you know what I'm saying? Yes, of course. But like,
you made that pass.
You know what I mean? And I really, and I'm one of them type of people who can't do no fault, like no, I can't do nothing like no faulty shit. I can't do nothing like, oh, some snake shit or some sneaky shit. I can't do it because I always get caught. Like, I'm the type to steal something, walk out the store, and fall and break what's in my pocket. I'm that guy. Like, absolutely. So I am like, I can't, I know if if I was to ever try to jump back into that lifestyle, I'm gonna get caught instantly. Like, so I already like got that on my mind. And you know what I'm saying? I got a kid and all that. So
and it wasn't your path.
It wasn't my path, bro, at all. Like, it really wasn't my path. I wasn't good at it. Like, I was just like, bro, I wasn't good at it at all. I just knew somebody who just really was plugged in so good to the point I could really like just do whatever I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And it was just. Yo, I wasn't good at it at all. Like, I sat back and think about like the sales I was making. I was just like, yo, you was wild. You was driving all around the world to, man, bro. Yeah, so all in all, you know what I'm saying? I jumped out that lifestyle as fast as I jumped in the lifestyle, and that's when I called. So I ended up calling the school. Cause I'm like, okay, so now what? Like, what am I gonna do now? Oh yeah, put a pin in it. I had a girlfriend at the time. And she was telling me, because it got bad to the point where, like, I had hella shit, like, in the crib, like, hella shit. And she was just like, yo, like, this shit got my clothes stink. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my clothes are smelling bad. Like, yo, you have to figure this shit out. Like, what show goes at the end of the day? Because, like, I cannot stay if this is the lifestyle this is gonna be your lifestyle. Like, I don't want to be a part of this lifestyle. So what are you doing? Like, is there an end goal here, or is there a certain amount of money you plan on making and then you quitting? Like, what's the end goal? And I was just like, yeah, absolutely, yeah, you know. And then, like, so once that happened, you know what I'm saying, I completely gave it up. She was just like, so what are you gonna do now? Like, what is it? What should you do? And as she said that, no lie, like, we listening to the radio and I hear Road Digger come on air. And she's like, yo, you ever want to get started with your career at this? Give us a call. And I was just like,
that's the sign.
All right, I'm going to try this radio shit and see how it worked. And then I went to the school for orientation and Floss was there and I talked to Floss. Wow. And he was just like giving me some.
That was the golden age of the media.
Yeah, bro. Though. Floss was there he was just there as a guest speaker. It was so crazy because the day I went up there, I was already in my mind. I'm like, yo, this shit far as hell from my house. I stay in Akron. This was like on Rockside Road. Like, for those who don't know, that's like 35 minutes away from where I'm at. And this is it's 3 days a week for me. And I'm like, bro, I'm not about to be driving an hour to and from to not make some sort of income. Absolutely. Like, that was my mind. So I'm already.
What age were you at this point?
Like 26, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, I'm not going out here. Like, I'm not doing that. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, and this is on my way there for the first, like, the meeting. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, I'm not going here. Like, my mind is already made. Like, I'm not trying to do this. I'm going to just figure something else out. I'll work at a warehouse, a factory, whatever, gets my little money up or whatever like that. And I just figure it out. But I was really like, bro, I'm not doing this shit. Like, this is dumb, bro. I'm not about to be driving an hour to and from. That makes no sense.
And you get there.
And I got there and I see the studios and I'm like, okay, cool. I can have people come in here, do interviews, whatever. Yeah. And then I talked to Floss and he was just like, bro, you should just give it a try. You ain't got shit to lose. Like, and
at this point,
that was literally it. He was like, bro, like, what else you gonna do? Like, what more can you do? And I was just like, all right, bro, I'm gonna see. I'll see.
Do you regret it?
Nah, hell no. I don't at all, because that opened up so many opportunities for me. Like, a lot of opportunities. Like, the school, it really molded me. Not even like the lessons I learned from the school, but just being there. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of. I ended up getting an internship. I ended up getting a lot of different opportunities based upon going there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost a lot of relationships with friends, but that was gonna happen anyway. You feel me? So I was cool. I was solid.
So did that focus you up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I was gung ho about it. Like, anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that goes back to me with the hosting. Like, anything that I genuinely want to do, bro, I'm gonna go hard for it, bro. Regardless if it's my career or if it's my love life or whatever the case may be. Like, if I'm really involved, if I put a piece of me into it, bro, I'm gonna give you my all, no matter what it is. So, absolutely, bro. And then on top of that, I was paying money, bro. It was still school. You still had to pay money. So I'd be damned if I wasn't getting all the money I was putting into it. You know what I'm saying? That didn't make sense to me. So, yeah, I definitely had to focus up, and everything else kind of made sense. It was just like everything was kind of falling into place. So I didn't have to, it wasn't really hard for me. It was just show up.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to be there.
Like it was like on Friday Night Lights when Booby Miles was like, "This is God given. All I got to do is show up." That was literally the case for me. All I had to do was show up, and literally, it was like everything was just falling into place, bro. Wow. And it was so easy for me. So yeah, bro. Like yeah, absolutely.
So what year and how did you become the Big Hef Radio Show lead host?
So. Damn, I don't even remember the year, bro. I honestly don't remember the year. I don't remember the year. I got to sneeze, but it ain't coming up. I don't remember the year, but I remember how it happened. Excuse me. So, Vanity Star, me and her always been cool. We always been doing something. She hosts. She used to. I don't know if Vanity still hosts. I don't know if Vanity still do radio. But Vanity used to be very, very, very. She was very talented when it came to broadcasting. So, she invited me up on the show one day. Like, she was like, "Yo, come pull up. Come be on the show with me."
So she was originally
though? Yeah, she was the original. Like, it was Vanity, Sugar Booger, Hef.
Sugar Booger.
And I believe that was it at the time.
So Hef was actually on his show.
Yeah, Hef was on the show. Hef is always on the show. It's just
he's busy.
He be booked as hell. Like
he's a busy man.
Like right now, like we got a photo shoot going on right now that I'm not at.
And I'm sorry for that. Okay,
it's okay.
Do not fault
I'm getting so many text messages and phone calls. I still want to sit
down with you.
But so Hef so I pull up and I'm one of them ones, bro. If you let me in, all I gotta do is get my foot in the door and I'm gonna kick the door down. You know what I'm saying? So I get in. Vanity like, hey, like come be on the show. You should host one day with me. And she said it on some drunk shit. We was at the club, and she said it on some drunk shit. Like,
he was at the club.
Yup. Like, hey, yo, like you should come up and I'm like, oh, all right.
I will be there.
I'm coming. So I went up there, and I did my 1-2, and they was like, yeah, like I did good, I guess. And then Vanity was like, hey, pull up again.
Wow.
And then like, I just kept coming back.
Absolutely.
I just kept coming back, and then it was the day when I knew I was in, like I was in, was Vanity had an event she had to host that day, and I believe Hef had to do something as well that day. So neither one of them, and Suge had already left and went to WNRV. So it was nobody there. Like they like, yo, ain't nobody gonna be able to run the show. We just gonna cancel. You feel me? And I was just like, yo, I can come up there and do it myself.
Wow.
And it was like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I know how to run the boards. I know what to do. I'm like, I've been here long enough. I know all the calling letters. I know how to do all the drops. I know how to run the show accordingly. I know the time frame. I know how to do everything. I've been paying attention. I can do it. And they was like, all right. And once I start doing that, bro, if like I just solidified myself. Yeah, bro. And that's how I became like the team captain. And then Vanity ended up getting a position at WNRV as well. So she ended up doing that full time, and then they handed me the opportunity to run the show. Wow. And then that's when I ended up getting Ebony, and that's when I ended up getting Dev, and that's when I ended up getting who else? Ange and Lawrence was the photographer. All that, like that's when all of it just started falling in the circle. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you've been doing a lot with them.
Yeah.
Y'all are a great team.
Yeah, we decent.
Y'all are definitely, y'all know y'all roles, and that's so important. Yeah, like most teams fall apart because they don't understand the roles
Facts.
Of each other. But you really set that together well. So shout out to you for that. Shout out to Hef for letting you put that together.
Facts.
Because
Absolutely.
he has definitely allowed you to experiment with people.
Yeah.
And bring in and do
it's been times
things.
though. It's definitely been times when like I didn't try to do something that Hef was like, nah, bro, that ain't
really?
it. Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what he's supposed to do.
Like, nah, we ain't doing that. And I'd be like, come on. Like, so I'm still like, cause Hef is like my big brother too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I'm really little brother. I do little brother shit. Like, hey, bro, we should do this and we should do that. And he'd be like, no, I do it anyway. And he'd be like, bro, I told you not to do that shit. And I'd be like, oh, my bad.
But then he'll also take your phone, plug it up for you, and then hold it for
Absolutely.
you. Type of thing. That's a great relationship to have, man.
Absolutely.
What's that type of relationship to have with somebody who's so influential in the culture right now?
I mean, I feel like everybody need to have somebody like that. If you in this industry, like you need to have somebody who is in this industry, who's really been in this industry, well seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about it. I keep saying it goes back to me. When I was hosting, I made so many mistakes I didn't have to make. You know what I'm saying? If I would have had someone who was well seasoned in this industry, I wouldn't have had to make those type of steps and those mistakes. So, and it kind of started. It started with like. It kind of goes back a little bit because Hef was always like somebody who played a part into my in the journey of me being in this broadcasting industry. So I was doing this event called Brandon Basics.
Okay.
And one of the dudes who I was gonna have a part of Brandon Basics, he flaked out at the very last minute, like the day of, with like 3 hours on the clock. And I called Hef to fill in, and Hef was like, "Yeah, I got you."
Wow.
And ever since then, like, me and Hef always been like, and we've been talking and keeping, you know what I'm saying, just keeping in contact. And then he gave me the whatever you need, just let me know. And then that's when it was just like, okay, cool, like, and it's dope, bro. All in all, it's super dope. You know what I'm saying? And he not the only, you know what I'm saying, person who I go to as far as like motivation advice and stuff like that. Like, I try to go to. I got a couple of homies who like really in the industry and doing shit.
How do you continue to build on to relationships? Because you just told this story of how you started the relationship, but now y'all are at a whole different level now.
Yeah.
How do you? And this is for everybody to kind of speak on, even for me, because I'm still learning how to grow and develop relationships in the industry. How do you continue to do that and build new ones?
I just try to be genuine, bro. Like I don't ever step into any situation with intentions on using. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like I think, and that's what people kind of get it mistaken. Yeah. Like they kind of look at somebody and be like, oh, what can this person do for me? You know what I'm saying? But like I never step into no situation like that. I always step into it like, hey yo, this person seems as if to be a genuine person. Let me build off of that. And then hopefully opportunity can provide for both of us. Because I'm sure like Hef can do a whole lot for me, but I barely ask for anything. Like because I don't have to ask because I know he like, because me and him, we so tied in, it's to the point where he'd be like, you need to do this. Or, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I built all my relationships, like to Mouse Jones or to like,
I want to speak on him
too. Like
the karaoke.
Yeah, like to my homies, Jeff and Eric Rosenthal. Like these are like people who like, I never step into a situation where I'm always like, oh, I'm going to build with this person because this person can give me this. Like, hell no, bro. I build with people because if anything I want to use you for is I want to use you for your story. I want to use you for what did you go through, bro? Hey, what happened at this moment? Hey, I'm going through this. Did you have this situation happen to you? How did you prevail? What was something like this that happened to you? How did you get out of this? Hey, I got somebody who talking about they want to do this for this amount. Do this make sense to you? Hey, I got this idea. Do this make sense to you? I don't want to be the guy to be like, hey, bro, what's going on with this? Put me in. What's up with that opportunity? Can we do that? Like, nah, bro, I never was that type of guy. Like, and I try to, and I'm sorry I'm long-winded right now, but like, I try to add everything like a I used to do these events called Brandon Basics, and it was basically, you know what I'm saying, how you can flourish from your brand, and it was like keynotes, and I used to try to make a keynote for a Brandon Basic damn near every day, and that was one of them. Like I always treated it like, yo, you shouldn't be scared to ask your big homies for favors, you know what I'm saying, because if they your big homies, they gonna look out regardless, you know what I'm saying. But in the same breath, bro, you can't be in a using state of mind. You can't always ask your homies for favors. Do the fucking work, bro. Do the work, bro. Do it. Just figure out your homie should be your very last option, bro. Like I try, man, bro. It's just so much. It's so much shit that happened to me where I'm like, yo, I would never be in a situation, excuse me, where I'm like, hey, bro. Hey bro, can you put me in this room with such and such? Like, nah, bro, I'm gonna work my ass off to get in that room, bro. I'm not gonna try to always have to depend on somebody because I don't want to be the nigga who's always the plus one in the club.
Man,
I'm not a plus one nigga, bro.
I'm not either, and I respect that.
So that's why I just try to, you know.
There's too many of that in the industry,
bro.
Just can you get me in? Can you get me in, bro?
Like, yo, and it don't even gotta be the club though. That's just the plus one. I use that as just the whole. You know what I mean? Like the plus one nigga. Like, bro, I don't want to be like, bro. I want my face card to be just as good as yours.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to have to wait for you to pull up for for me to get in. Like, that's crazy to me.
That
Like,
makes
bro,
no
I'm not
sense.
doing that, bro. I will work my ass off, and then like if you be like, hey, I want to help you with this, then okay, cool. Like, you doing that off the strength of you, that's fine. But if I really, really, really need you, and if I come to you, you ain't gonna feel as bad to be like, or you ain't gonna feel like, oh, I can't help you out. You gonna be like, damn, he really he need me because he don't really come to me about anything else.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. I love it. Okay. So moving forward, what was one of your favorite experiences as a host, live shows, and then we can do radio.
Favorite. All right. So my favorite
All time.
moment.
Yeah, moment. All time.
I have a few, bro. I got a few. I did an event. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, my nose is like burning and shit. I don't got COVID. It's just like I got my allergies or something bothering me. But my favorite event I did, man, I think favorite experience I had, I would have to say, one was this event we did called Twerk Fest, and it was like
Always the best.
it was like the whole club was just like so packed, bro. It was ridiculous, dude. Like, and it was just because like it was just like the whole experience was crazy. Like, we put it together, didn't think it was gonna do nothing, and it turned out to be amazing. And this is like my bro. I used to do clothes back in the day called Purple Plain, and my bro Tremaine, before he got sick, he was he was involved with this shit heavy. So like, it was super dope. That was one of them. Any trap karaoke event, bro.
And stop right there.
Any trap karaoke
How
event.
did you meet Mouse? And then how have you been able to develop that relationship and grow and be able to host trap karaoke
Bro,
at times?
I met Mouse.
That's when I met you.
Yes,
that
is.
night.
Yep. I met Mouse. Damn, how did I meet Mouse? I met Mouse on some fluke shit. So Mouse is a funny person, man. He a funny dude. I met him doing some shit. I was doing some shit with Eric and Jeff Rosenthal. They got a podcast called It's the Real. And I had brought them down for the first Brandon Basics. And it's a little story. It's a story, but it's a good story. I'm gonna be brief with it. So I had brought Jeff and Eric down for my first Brandon Basics. The list was like it was them. It was Jeff and Eric. It was Kelp Crenshaw, Micah Dixon. She's a radio personality. Incognito, who was a radio personality. Who else was on it? I had two local acts as like the first start. And I believe that was it. I can't remember if that was all. But while that's happening, Wayno, he had wrote under Kelp Crenshaw's picture. I was like, damn, bro, I wish I would have knew about this. I would have came. So I'm like, what the nigga, this is my event. What do you mean? Like, what, like, bro? So I was like, yo, like, went straight to him, like, hey, brother, yo, I do these. You feel me? Like, this is mine. I would love to have you be a part of the next one. What do you like? What? Like, you could have been a part of this one.
Is
like,
this Davies? Wayno?
Yes, this is Wayno, Everyday Struggle.
Yeah.
This is Connected. This is Hear Me Out. This is the VP for Asylum Records. This is Wayno Clark. Wayne Clark. This is Rockefeller Wayno.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
he was already that.
He's another, that's why I was like, when he said that, I'm already like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, bro, hell, what? Like, and this is another one of my big homies. Like, he's the one who I call when I got like a real life trauma. Like, hey, yo, I don't know what to do about this situation. He's that person I call.
Yeah.
Like, but I make him count when I call Wayno.
Absolutely.
But so he was a part of the second one I was doing, and I had this dude named Chris Styles. He was doing the Duce Paloozas, Henny Paloozas. He was doing the hosting for that shit, and I like admired his skill or whatever. And I also was like, I always look at host. Mouse was doing his thing around New York, and I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, damn, I don't really want to have two hosts on this panel. So something ended up happening with me and Chris Styles. Chris Styles had a weird situation.
Really?
Yeah, we had a weird situation.
This is DJ Chris Styles.
No. This is Chris Styles from Duce Palooza from New York.
That up.
Yeah, no, DJ Chris Styles is my dog.
On my show.
No, Chris Styles is a host on he was a host with Duce Palooza.
Okay.
He got into a scandal. He had a scandal like a couple years back. But we got into a situation because remember Damn, I'm everywhere with the story, but I'm sorry. But remember I said I did close with my dog Tremaine before he got sick. All right, so my dude Tremaine, he had a stroke. Wow. At the time we had this space downtown Akron, real nice space, and it was me, him, and my partner Tylen, and Tylen moved to Atlanta, and so me and True was kind of holding down the space, and then he had a stroke, and I was forced to cover the bill for the space as well as my rent at my crib and all that. So I found myself in a space where I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't afford a lot of shit. And then Brandon Basics was coming. The second Brandon Basics was coming around the corner. So this is cutting into a lot of fees. So now I'm like, yo, I can't afford to do Brandon Basics because I got to get over this hurdle. You know what I'm saying? So I called Wayno. Wayno was like, it's cool, don't worry about it. I called everybody else who I had this dude Vandal. I can't remember his first name, but he do work with Puma. He do work with Upscale Vandal. He do work with Puma. He do work with Pharrell. Super solidified. Called him. He like, bro, don't worry about it. Get your priorities together. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when you want me to come down. Price is still the same. We good. I call Chris Styles, and he like, nah, like he ain't feeling that. Like, nah,
really,
nah, cause I ain't get into it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell them the reason. I just said, hey, under the circumstances I'm going through, I'm going to be forced to move back the event. You know what I'm saying? I will, if it conflicts with anything that you had, with me booking you for that date, if it conflicted with anything you had going on, let me know. I'm more than welcome to help cover the balance. Everybody was cool. Don't worry about it. Let us know when you want to reschedule. You good.
That was big of you.
Yeah, bro. Cause
people could have been missing money.
Bro, yeah, bro, absolutely. And I'm all about, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, I'm. These are connects. These are real connects.
Yes.
This ain't no. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so when I hit him, and he was just like, it was total left, bro. Like, nah, I ain't feeling that. Yeah, you knew you wasn't doing this X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna make sure you never get no business, like all type of shit, bro.
What?
And like, and even when I seen that shit, bro, it hurt me, bro. Like that shit hurt me because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I look at people like that. Like this is a host. I look at, yo, you hosting, you just fucking sold out the goddamn, you just sold out the Barclay Center. You sold out the Barclay Center for a party.
As a host.
As a host.
That's huge.
So, like, I'm like, yo, how do I get to that level? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like, I'm engaged. I'm with it. So for me to hear that, I'm like, damn, bro. Like, so that leads to me getting close with Mouse.
Okay.
So now I'm like, all right, well, fuck him. I can't use him.
Right.
So who can I go for next? At the time, it was this little scandal going on with Mouse Jones and Funkmaster Flex, where
Mouse don't play that.
Where Flex did some shit on stage where he was playing some bullshit, and Mouse jumped on stage and was like, basically aired him out, like, bro, like, ain't nobody trying to hear that old shit you playing, bro. You playing racks on racks on racks. Like, bro, ain't nobody listening to that right now, bro. Get out of here.
Why people come at Flex so hard,
bro?
But that's because he be trying to pop his shit so much.
So I hit up Mouse and I was just like, hey, bro, like, this is what I got going on. This is on who's on the bill. Are you available? Like, are you available to be a part of it? And he like, yeah. So then it turned into like,
so you ended up doing the second one?
End up doing the second one.
Okay.
And this is what, and the second one is just Wayno and Mouse.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's Wayno and Mouse on the second one. It's on YouTube if y'all want to watch it. It's on YouTube.
Where?
Brandon Basics. Just type in Brandon Basics 2 Wayno and Mouse Jones. It'll pop up. I don't know what channel. I can't remember the channel it was on. I'm terrible at that shit. Sorry. But yeah, you type it up, you can find it. Yeah, so I ended up getting after that, you know what I'm saying? We ended up just building off that. Like, all right, cool. I brought them down, made sure they was solid, made sure their rooms was good, made sure they had food. I knew they was like, they did eat beef and shit like that. So I just paid close attention to shit. Like, I was just real. I paid close attention to like the details. So I knew Mouse didn't drink, so I didn't have no liquor for him, but I had like ginger ale and shit like that. And then like, I just was being a genuine person, bro. Just being a genuine person, giving a fuck about what's going on with them. Like,
giving a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Mouse's birthday came around, I sent them I ended up sending him a Black Album It was a vinyl. I sent him the Black Album vinyl.
Wow.
Wayno's birthday came around. You know what I'm saying? I sent him a Blueprint vinyl. No, I sent him a Chain Gang vinyl because he was actually a part of the executive producing of the Chain Gang.
Was he?
Yeah, and Young Gun's first album. So I sent him that. I was trying to find the Young Gun's first album. But I sent them that. But it's just giving a fuck, bro. Like, giving a fuck. And then, like, it got to the point where, like, Mouse ended up coming down to Cleveland for Trap Karaoke. Mm-hmm. And I'm like calling.
So that was in 2019. Is this the first, or because that wasn't the first time when I met y'all?
No, this is the time before that.
Okay, boom.
So he come down and I call him. I'm like, hey, yo, I bought my ticket for Trap Karaoke. And I'm like, yo, just want to let you know, you feel me? Like, I'm pulling up. And he's like, all right, cool. And he like, shit, man, he like, is you here? I'm actually at the school. This is when I'm working. School. I'm working at the school. And he like, are you here? Like, are you in Cleveland? I'm like, yeah. He like, can you pick me up from the airport? Yes. What? Nigga, yeah, hell yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. I tell who at the time was my sister, like Valencia, she used to work there. I told her, like, hey, I gotta go. I got this opportunity lined up. I gotta go. She's like, go ahead. Boom, go pick him up. And then, like, I pick him up and he like, all right, bro, you gonna just rock out with me then. Like, I done already bought my ticket for Trap Karaoke, but if I wouldn't have, I was gonna be good regardless. Mm-hmm. So he like, yeah, bro, you good. You good. You cool with me. I ended up meeting the owner of Trap Karaoke. I ended up meeting everybody who was a part of it, got in good with them. To the point, like, I'm just like, what's up? Y'all need anything type shit. Like, y'all need something? Y'all need anything? I'm here for whatever. And that's how it started, bro. That's how this shit started. And then he offered me to come to New York.
Right. How was that experience?
Crazy as shit.
Because I know that's one of their biggest markets.
Bro, crazy as shit, dude. It's like, no, I'll tell you the biggest, bro, believe it or not, bro, the littest spot for Trap Karaoke that I've been to so far, I gotta say, is DC. DC get crazy.
But DC get crazy. Period. Man, there's so much
black love out there, bro.
I love DC.
DC crazy, Detroit crazy, and New Orleans is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy experiences. I
can see that.
Yeah, Cleveland is different, bro. Like, so he like, cause that's what he was like. Yo, come out here, come to my city and see how I give it up. And I'm like, nigga, all right, cool. I ain't have $1 in my name, bro.
Wow.
I ain't have $1 to my name. I didn't have no money at all, bro. I was fucked up. I'm talking about I just got my baby mom pregnant. I had just got my baby mom pregnant. I quit my job. And I was like in the middle of a position. I was like in the middle of figuring shit out. Like my car wasn't at its best. Only thing I had to my name was my crib. Other than that, I didn't have nothing, bro. I was fucked up. And I'm like, I'm out. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm coming, bro. Hell yeah. I was just waiting for you to let me know if you come. I'm pulling up. And I realized, like, struggled and made it happen and got out there. And I was like, yo, when I first, like the day before, I'm like, yo, I just booked my flight. Shit, bro, is it cool if I could crash at your crib? Cause I'm like, no, I was like, oh, is it any rooms like that's close to SOBs or whatever? And he like, what you need a room for? And I'm like, I'm gonna need somewhere to stay. He like, bro, you want to stay at the crib? And I'm like, first I was like, nah, bro, I'll find somewhere to. But this was before. Mm-hmm. I'm like, nah, bro, I'll find somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Then like, nigga, I started seeing I was down on my luck with bread. I called him like, yo, like, can I stay at your crib? He like, nigga, yeah. Like, I'm glad you said something. Like, nigga, I ain't want you to spend no money on no room.
Right.
So that's when I knew, like, oh yeah, man, we in, like, we good. Like, bro, he don't mind me chilling at the crib and all that. So, and it's been the same way. Like the same time when I met y'all at the House of Blues or whatever, he stayed at my crib. Like, yeah, bro, like that's really my brother, bro. Like, Monster's my brother.
That's amazing. Okay. Well, we gotta wrap it up a little bit, but because you got such an amazing story, I didn't want to cut it short. But we're gonna cut it short a little bit because we're gonna get you back here.
Yeah.
Goals. What is the ultimate goals for Crisis? Because you are already, I feel like, hitting that ceiling in the city.
Yeah.
You can only get so big in Ohio.
Absolutely.
I mean, in Cleveland, I would say.
Absolutely.
But what is the ultimate goal for Crisis?
So get a syndicated FM station show.
Okay.
Radio wise, hosting.
What does that mean?
Breakfast Club is like played, and you can hear it in Cleveland, you can hear it in Philadelphia, you can hear it in New York, you can hear it all around the world, like that's syndicated.
Gotcha.
And then like you get paid for that. You feel me? Like
okay.
Like even like with Posted on the Corner, like he's a syndicated. His show is syndicated. It's played in Atlanta, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, wherever else. You know what I'm saying? Wherever else Z1079 plays, it plays Posted on the Corner at 7:00.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's just basically like I want
to.
Yeah, bro.
So you
like
want to stay in radio for?
Yeah, I want to stay. I want to do radio. I want to be Ellen DeGeneres, bro. Like,
so you want your own talk show?
Yep. I want a late night show.
I do too.
I want a late night show, and I want to host around the world. Like I really want to continue hosting around the world, and I want to do FM radio, and I want to be like have a late night show, like, and I want to be like Ellen DeGeneres, where I can host any and everything. That's literally my goals.
I don't know about now, but yeah.
Yeah, right now. I mean,
she had a run.
That's what I mean, like 2006 Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. Okay.
Literally
and then, to kind of close it out, on the Kingtif Network, we always end off with something I like to call "get it off your chest."
Mm-hmm.
So something that basically, anything that you want to say, you want to pop your shit, because y'all know you said earlier you don't pop your shit enough. Mm-hmm. You want to pop your shit if you got something coming up, if you feel some type of way, anything like that, get it off your chest.
I think right now I'm in a space where I just want us to be unified. I want everybody to be more unified. I'm tired of the separation between like anybody who do broadcasting. It's like it's a real like separation is weird as shit. I don't like it. I don't like rappers separated. I don't like none of that shit. I want everybody to be unified because Cleveland, not only Cleveland but Ohio, we got a lot of talent here, man. And we got a weird gumbo pot, man, that like is very tasteful. And I feel like if the outside cities came and seen this shit, they'll want to fuck with it.
And
like,
rock out more.
Yeah, bro, we got a lot of culture here, and we pulling away from our culture because we too far. We separate. I'm sorry. If we need to work more together. So that's the only thing I really want to get off my chest. I want everybody to work together. If you need me, bro, you can hit me. I'm always open to work. So that's my own.
You made a great point, and we're gonna get out of here on that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's an amazing point, because we have the infrastructure to have the revenue stream that brings in traveling people, mm-hmm. just like the Atlantas, just like the New York.
Facts.
Because you got to think, a lot of the clubs are populated by people outside of Ohio,
Facts.
Outside of the city that they're in. So they're going out kicking it. But then when you come to Cleveland, it's not, or Ohio in general, you don't too many see outsiders just coming into the club and enjoying themselves. It's usually the same group of people or same. So yes, I agree. Mm-hmm. If the unity does need to be there. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you being here, doing this, being a man of your word. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know you went through everything in the book to get here, so I appreciate that. This is the Kingtif Network. We are with Just Crisis. Follow him at Just_Crisis. There you go. And we the hell out of here, because it's about that time.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
I got hell of a